Yes, people, welcome back to the third episode of the MINICUT series. This will be the second last episode, I reckon, because I've only got one more week left of the MINICUT. I was 72.1 kg, as you could see this morning, so that's probably the lowest weigh-in. I think I weighed 72 one day, but I'll whack all the weekly weigh-ins on the screen now. That fluctuates, which is to be expected because many things can dictate how much you weigh. Water, steps, how much salt you eat, how much you move the day before. All of these things have to be taken into consideration. So don't let one bad or one high weight day get you down. But now we are going to get to the gym. I'm going to train shoulders and arms. It's quite early and I like getting there early, especially at the weekend, because if you don't get there before people get there, then you are just waiting for machines the whole morning, and that is not ideal. You want to be in, out. Catch you at the gym on the way there now, mate. Start off with the machine shoulder press, and you might be asking why do you not do a barbell overhead press? Like, that's what everyone seems to do. I find that if I actually wanted to train my shoulders and up my core, and this is definitely better for loading my shoulders. I can feel my shoulders a lot more. I'm sat here, I'm stable, and then I can push with just my shoulders. As well as your barbell press, you stood, it's sort of balancing core, bracing everything. So, the moral of the story is, do what works best for you when training. Don't do what everybody else does. If you try a lift and it works and you feel that much better, then stick with that, because we're all made different biomechanically, and there's going to be a lot of things that work for you that don't work for me, and a lot of things that work for me that don't work for you. So there's a lot of trial and error. Work it out yourself. Don't just pick whatever. Don't just do what everybody else says to do. But another thing, when it comes to progressing with your weights, last week I did 42.5 kg. So this week I'm going to do 45 kg on each side. Just 2.5 kg on each side added. When it comes to adding weights, add tiny little increments every week. And then if you can add 2.5 every week for 10 weeks, you've had 20 kg. Like, that is a serious amount to add in 10 weeks. Nobody's doing that. So I don't know why people will see in the gym like they're trying to have 10 kg in one session. Like, it's just not realistic. Be realistic, small incremental steps, and that is how you're going to make the most progress. So last exercise of the session, and this is upright row. I didn't do this for years because I read it was bad for your shoulders, it gave you pain. yada yada. A few years later it comes out, oh, actually it's alright. So who was right all along, nobody knows, but this actually gives me a really good pump, and I actually feel it a lot more in the lateral raising because I've never done it in ages. It's a new stimulus, it's novel, and it's going to help me grow a lot more than something I've been doing for years, just because it's new. So, moral of the story, try everything out yourself. As long as it doesn't give you any pain, then it's probably not bad for you. Go really light on the way, feel it out, warm up, and then if it feels good, give it a try. So this is the current physique condition after 1.5 weeks on the MINICUT. Slowly getting it back, but gonna go home now, session done, grab some food, catch you back. What does that look like? Looks like a security camera in the corner of the room. But yeah, you may be thinking, why do you eat chocolate oats all the time, or why do you eat protein oats all the time? Chocolate oats mainly. Like, do you not get bored of it? Like, this meal is like the staple meal in my diet since I've probably been about 17. Like, I've always had chocolate protein. If I have only one protein, it's always definitely chocolate. I would never run out of chocolate protein. Even when I'm traveling, like, I take chocolate protein with me. Like, chocolate oats are the basic meal that I've had forever. Like, that's the one thing that's never going to come out of my diet. Maybe I'll go like a week, 2 weeks without it, max. But as soon as I've had more than 2 weeks without it, it's back. Because I just enjoy it. So that's what you should aim to do with your diet. 5 meals you enjoy. Rotate them in and out. You won't like them sometimes, you will like them others. And then that is a sustainable way to go about eating the foods you love and incorporating healthy food. So I'm going to eat this now. Ooh, nearly whacked myself in the head with the spoon. Then do some work, then catch back up with you. So then, just planned out a few client programs. Now going to go get my morning walk in, and I'm currently setting up an app. And I mean, setting it up is not the easiest thing in the world. Like, it's more work to get something going. Then once it's started, it's a lot easier to continue it. I liken it to moving a house. So when you move house, you gotta move all your shit. You gotta redecorate it. You're probably gonna have to do a lot of things, and it's going to take up a lot of your time. But then once you've moved house, yeah, you got to maintain it, you got to clean it every week, you got to maybe do something new every now and then to the house, but there's not that much to do then. It's a lot more of a manageable task. So whenever you come to starting something new, it's going to seem like it's a lot harder than it actually is, because starting is the hardest part, because you've got to get all the systems in place, you've got to set something up. And this stopped me from doing things for a long time. And if you're in a similar position and you want to do something but you don't know how to start, or you're thinking, oh, what should I do? Just do the first thing that you know you can do. And then that'll open up more things for you to do. Because when you've done one thing, you see the next step. But until you've done that, you can't actually see the next step. You're just fumbling around, making long-term plans that you can't necessarily do because you haven't actually started yet. yeah, so that's my little waffle on getting started. But gonna get on that walk, maybe record a few clips because it's quite nice out, then come back for the second meal of the day. I tell you what, mate, these Western Australia summers are not ideal. It's only 8:40 in the morning and it's already 25 degrees. It feels a lot hotter. Probably not a good combo with the black on black, but we move forward. Anyway, while I'm out, I'm going to grab some shopping, and this video I'm also going to be pushing a few of my calories back to the later end of the day. So over the course of the video you will see me lowering my carbs a little, lowering my fats a little, and that is because if I'm going out or have a meal planned, it's just a meal that I'm cooking planned, then I will save more calories for the end of my day so I don't go over too much. Like, I probably will still go over a little bit, but that's life. Like, it doesn't matter. 200-300 calories one day a week, even when you're doing a mini-cut, isn't gonna make the world of difference if you're consistent every other day throughout the 3-week process. But yeah, see you back home after a recipe. So then, I have gone for lower calorie wraps from this meal. That will save me like 50 calories per wrap. So there's 100 calories saved. I've gone chicken instead of beef, so that's lower fat content, so maybe that's another 30 calories. So if you say, let's say 150, just round it up. So if you save 150 calories at every meal. I also had less oats this morning. So I've saved 300 calories so far. So in the next meal, if I save 150, I've saved 450 calories. That means I can have a large meal tonight, and it doesn't really seem like I'm suffering at all throughout the day because I've just took a little bit off each meal, and then I've got more calories for the evening, and there is less chance that I'm going to go a lot over, and I might just be a little bit over. So if you are eating out, just take a little bit off each meal, and it can make a huge difference over the course of the day. Because 500 calories is the difference between deficit, maintenance, and the 500 calorie surplus, and being a maintenance is a lot different, mate. Okay, so we're gonna eat these, do a little more work, and then catch you back for the long run of the week. Just a little bit of pre-running movement done. Now I'm going to go get the 6-mile running, catch you when I'm done. Just got back from the run, gonna jump in the shower, grab some food, chat a little bit about mini cuts. Okay then, post-run meal, burrito bowl, less rice because I'm having that bigger meal later. And yeah, essentially, if you want to enjoy yourself when you're on a diet or you're just trying to lose a little bit mini cut, well, don't stress about one meal, because I've had about 1600 calories today. I've run 6 miles, I've been to the gym, and like, whatever I eat later is gonna be okay. Like, even if I pig out and eat more than I planned on eating,
it'll be fine, because one meal, as long as you're not eating like 5,000, 6,000 calories in a meal, then you're fine. So don't stress about not eating out with friends once in a while, or say everyone's going out on a Saturday and you think you're on a diet so you don't want to. As long as you can control yourself and not pig out, and that leads back to, if you're not dieting too low on calories, you won't feel the need to pig out. So it all essentially falls into the category of do things correctly, don't starve yourself, eat the right amount of foods throughout the course of the week, and then, yeah, you'll get away with one meal. Even every week we'll get away with one meal, as long as you're right the rest of the time. So don't not live your life because you're on a diet or you're trying to lose weight. Still enjoy yourself, but it'll just be less often and less frequent. And the times the way you are by yourself, that is when you need to be on track. Because if you're not on track the times where you are by yourself, then you will feel guilty for those times when you want to eat out. And that goes for pretty much anything. Like, you want to, if you need to do your work and you're out with your friends, like maybe you can't enjoy yourself as much because you know you need to do that work. Same with your diet. Do the work when nobody's looking, and then when it comes to the rest of your life, it'll be a lot better. You have to enjoy yourself a lot more. But I'm gonna eat this, and then I'll catch you at the last meal, the feast of the day. So then, now just gonna get cooking the meal that will not be tracked under any circumstances, to try and make life a little easier, a little less restricted. But I'll get on with the cooking now, and then I'll show you it and wrap up the video. Don't know what, wrap up and twirling this whey protein, don't know why. Maybe my head was just in sync with my body then. But yeah, I'm gonna stop waffling, get the food ready, and then wrap up the video. Yes, then look at that, mate. Incredible scenes. That is what you call a serious refeed meal, mate. Just gonna wrap up the video here. Got tub halo top as well to go along with that meal. That was a very filling meal. I'm very satiated now, and I'm not gonna feel guilty in the morning, because you don't need to feel guilty about treating yourself once a week. Just remember, one meal is gonna make the difference. It's what you consistently do that matters the most. You can treat yourself every now and then, even when you're on a diet. Don't let it take over your life. So I'm gonna wrap up the video here, and next video I will be going over everything that happened in the MINICUT, the process I undertook. So keep your eyes peeled for that, because you'll be able to learn how to set up your own MINICUTs and how to lose some fat rapidly after a few bad weeks or a holiday / festive period, mate. Anyway, see you in a bit. Thanks for watching again. Peace, people.